Guess where I went? Disney World! Went to Disney World for my birthday, and it was amazing. And that's why I haven't recorded anything for a while. I went to Disney World, and I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando. And aside from Universal Studios, I planned the heck out of this trip. I made spreadsheets. I made a lot of spreadsheets. Well, I made like spreadsheet documents for each park at Disney World, and then I made a sheet in each spreadsheet for food, shows, and then one for rides. And I'm going to clean them up and try to make them available. There's a way to do that through Google Docs somehow, so that other people can see them, and try to keep them updated. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Because it actually was surprisingly useful to have all that information in my head, so that I could, if plans changed, I would sort of know what route to take or what I could do. And I took video. I'm not going to say it's like perfect video, but it's actually, like, I did it. I thought, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and see how it goes and take video, and then hopefully I can cobble together something that I can show all my friends and whoever is watching this channel. So I plan to make many videos about my experience, starting off with an overview that I hope to put together soon, but there's just so much video. And I didn't really vlog at all, except for this one time. I like the Journey into Imagination ride with Figment way more than I thought I would. Wasn't expecting that. And I loved all of the amusement parks. Magic Kingdom was pretty overwhelming. Like, as a whole, it wasn't my favorite, but there were parts I really liked about it. I loved Hollywood Studios more than I was expecting to, and I actually have to admit, please don't hate me, that I wasn't as impressed by Hogsmeade as I thought I was going to be. I'm sorry, but that's probably because I didn't go on the Hogwarts ride, because I am scared of giant spiders. And I'm not going to put myself through that. But I did enjoy the rest of it. The food was really good. And then I took the train, which was amazing. And I took the train to Diagon Alley, which I haven't finished reading the books. I'm sorry. I have a vague grasp of what happened based on the movies that I didn't totally understand because I didn't finish reading the books. I have an Audible account now, which I'm going to use to get the audiobook so that I can, finish. But, wow, Diagon Alley and the Gringotts ride is amazing. I mean, I don't even really know how to describe what it was like to walk into Diagon Alley. At the Magic Kingdom, I got to eat at the Be Our Guest restaurant, and walking in there, it was beautiful. It was like walking into the movie. The cast member who showed us to our table did this whole, talk spiel thing, and he turned around and definitely caught me with this look of just wonder on my face, which I'm kind of got the feeling that he'd seen happen before. And I definitely did not have time to act like I was just an adult who was not totally invested in this moment, because it was so much more than I was expecting. I was expecting sort of, I guess, scaled to the way at California Adventure, where they have the Beast's library. And it's amazing when you walk in, but it's sort of miniaturized. And this did not feel miniaturized. That's what Diagon Alley was. It was just everything I would have expected walking into somewhere like that in the book from the Harry Potter books that I didn't finish reading. Sadly, we didn't get to see much of the rest of Universal Studios because after we finished seeing everything in Diagon Alley, my brain kind of broke and it was time to go home. I really liked Islands of Adventure. Also, nobody told me there was a whole Marvel section in Islands of Adventure that makes it look like it's a comic book. Not like you're in the MCU movies, but like you're in a comic book, like an old school Marvel comic book. And the Spider-Man ride was so cool, and the 3D was really good. I was like, oh, haha, people being scared by the 3D, and then I was immediately like, oh, no, it's gonna get me. It was amazing. But I'm getting off track because this vlog is supposed to be about improving the show and writing scripts. And one part of news, we are going to start a recap adventure episode thing. That's not what it's called. You'll see what it's called. About Gossip Girls with my friend Laura, which I'm really excited about. And also, the thing is, my intention was to write scripts about things that I like, obviously, which is like fan fiction, comics, movies, my overly opinionated opinions on kids shows. But as I was working on the spreadsheets to kind of clean them up, I was thinking, I really want to make a video about everything I wish I knew going to Disney World that I felt other people had missed in their videos. Other videos which were very helpful. So I'm going to make a little detour and start doing that. I actually started working on it on the plane ride home. And I'm going to try to have a format and everything so that anybody who watches one can kind of expect what to get from the other, and say what my favorite things were. Man, the food is so much better at Disney World than it is at Disneyland. Why? That's not fair. But I'm going to do a video about the stuff that I liked, things that were my favorite, and then also things that I suggest that might be helpful, hopefully, depending on how you feel about things. But yeah, that's going to be kind of my focus for a little bit, just because it's still, fresh in my memory. I'm also going to do a video about Universal Studios and what I saw of it, because I kind of was more blown away than I was expecting to be, because my memories of Universal Studios in Hollywood are from when I was very little. Yeah. So all that's going to happen at some point, as soon as I learn how to do, the voiceover thing with the videos, which I did do at one point with a PowerPoint presentation for school, so I definitely probably can figure it out. I will figure it out. It's going to happen. I'll figure it out. In the meantime, I have to suggest some videos that are about amusement parks. There's this guy, I just looked up his name. His name is Charlie. The YouTube channel is RBG Productions, but without the IONS in it. I'll link to it. He did this Universal Studios Hollywood retrospective that I love. There is some bad language at one point, but he does a warning for it. So, if you're looking out for that. But I've watched them twice. I find them super entertaining. And there's this other guy who I think his YouTube channel is Doggins, Doggans. I will also link to that. And he did a bunch of videos on Disney World. They're a bit dated at this point, but I still really enjoyed watching them, looking back at the changes. And I'm going to watch his videos on the parts of Universal Studios that I missed so that I can figure out what I can do for when I ever go back, which I'm going to make happen someday. So yeah, that's it's not a new direction. It's just a plan that I'm going to do. I also think it might be a little bit easier for me to do scripts like this on something more concrete and less analyze-y. So I can kind of practice just getting the scripts out and writing it, and then let those other ideas percolate a little bit more. There's so many weird mechanics involved in doing this that I didn't really take into account, and that seems to trigger my I'm scared to do it. I don't want to do it. So this is me trying something different to see if I can kind of trick myself into doing more. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, more new shows, I guess, sub shows, I don't know, are coming up soon when I have time. So that's the new-ish, but not direction that this is going to be going in, and I'll keep you updated on how it's going, and I'll leave you with a little clip of something that I saw during my trip. I will talk to you later. Thanks for listening.